Hello! Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It's been a while. It's now June 1940. I don't remember which year it was when we last spoke. We finally have a war. Germany and Italy are fighting. And I'm also fighting Germany. I'm also fighting the United States. Germany is fighting Spain. Italy is fighting Spain. United States is fighting Spain. Yeah, I'm fighting Germany. And Italy. And yeah, United States. Okay. So, a lot has happened. Finally, I'm at war again, so my monthly balance is good. As you can see by my naval funds, it's gone down quite a bit since the last time. So what was happening is I was at war with the Soviet Union. Only. They had no ships. So I resorted to just throwing naval invasions at them. Sometimes those naval invasions failed. And whenever one failed, my unrest went up by 15. So I did eventually get Central Russia, Southern Finland, and Estonia, although those Estonia later rebelled and became independent. I failed to get Northern Russia twice. Georgia became independent. Crimea, Ukraine, became independent. France, again, no longer exists. And when my unrest got up to like 80, there was a revolution happening, so that's why my flag is now different. The naval ensign is still the same, but the national flag is different. And I also lost all of my minor allies, which had a huge impact on my economy, because my economy was very much based on selling ships to other nations. So, also, when I eventually got peace with the Soviet Union, which is now Russia, by the way, there you go, Russia. So, speed running the collapse of the Soviet Union right there. I did get Kazakhstan, which was nice. But, and this must have been like 1935 or something. That ended with a peace. And when you are at peace, your naval budget is a lot smaller than when you are at war. It's doubled when you are at war. So because my income was halved and my expenses remained the same, I ended up with a huge negative monthly balance. So that's why my naval funds has gone down to 5 billion from 22 billion. But finally, we have a war with, let's see, Germany, United States, Italy, and almost China. So that's great. That's very great. We've gotten the Mark V 16-inch gun. Those have been refit on the ships that carry them. We've gotten Modern Armor 1 and some other upgrades. So let's just take my ships out of... okay. The Hies have been refit. I did mothball them with the intent of selling them, but suddenly I had no buyers. So a couple turns ago I ended up refitting them because I realized I was about to go to war, and I did actually need some ships. So they've been refit with 11-inch guns, a little bit smaller, but the Mark V 12-inch guns were just too big to fit, so I had to downsize. The Asukas have been refit, and this has been my little cheat to avoid spending too much money, because suspending a refit, that costs you 0 per month, which is cheaper than mothballing, and it doesn't impact the crew training. As you can see, the HEAs were mothballed for a while, so the crew training went down to regular from veterans. So let's just resume all of these refits now that I've got the delicious wartime economy going. That is the Atago class. It's gonna take 2 months to refit. That's okay. The Conradin class, which I've yet to use in combat. Refit Yamato, also untested. Refit. And these guys, I was building these for some customer who then bailed on my my deal. That also happened with a bunch of the Sendai light cruisers. I just scrapped those because they're kind of useless. That's a Musashi class battleship, 2 Haruna class battlecruisers. Let's just resume construction on these. Let's have them come in Tokyo. Yeah, I can now build a bigger port again. I'm up to 1.1 million shipbuilding capacity, so that's nice. But yeah, finally at war with United States. Let's see, where do they have navies? That's my relationship with Russia. And yeah, Germany is also at war. Amagi has been mothballed, but these two are operational. Let's move them out and see if we can get some combat with the Germans. These are all Tokitsukaze class. Let's move these guys out here also. Nagato has been upgraded. She's remained in service, now with Mark V 14-inch guns. She was upgraded a couple years ago. Do the Germans have much of a navy in the Baltics? Let's just move my DD here. Join up with those two ships. Yeah. We're gonna get some fighting. Finally get my unrest down. It's been going up. It was reset to 0 when Japan had a revolution a couple years ago. That's why my flag is different. And it's why I'm now a democracy. But it's been going up again because, well, yeah. Also, some of my regions, which I had, like Manchuria, revolted and joined the Republic of China, which is now back. China took back took back Mongolia from ungoverned territory, and a bunch of stuff like that happened. And every time something like that happened, which I could not prevent, my unrest went up. So that's how the game is. Let's hope we can actually get a good proper war going and not get sucked into mandatory alliances with anyone who has an actual navy. Now, kind of the good part is that while I was at peace for the last couple of years, my GDP did go up by like 10% a year. And the naval budget is based on the GDP. When you're at peace, it's like 4%, give or take, depending on which options you've picked. And when you're at war, it's 8% of the GDP. So, more GDP, more better. I'm just happy I finally get to do something. Also, next patch has been... okay, already? Gosh, darn it. Next patch has been announced. Not released yet, but announced. And one of the things it's gonna include is a different save file system, which is gonna make loading times much better, allegedly. Here we go. One Nagatoro versus a Concessione class battlecruiser. We still got the Taranto class light cruisers, which we know and love. Now let's see how good the Nagatoro is with Radar 2 and Mark 5 guns. Is the Aino. Yeah, these are similar enough. They can just remain in one formation. The Mogamis have not been upgraded with Mark 5 6-inch guns yet. Should get on to doing that. Also, next patch will include visual weather effects. So when you've got like a stormy weather, it's actually gonna look like it. That must be a light cruiser. And here is the battle cruiser. Oh, looks like a decent enough design. Agatoro already scoring hits on the enemy battle cruiser. Very good, it's flash fires. Oh yes. There goes the turrets. Now let's just deal with the light cruisers. Let's take a look now at the San Ferdinando Mark III. Weight offset is, you know, it's for an AI ship. It's not too bad, I guess. That's a chunky main belt. Typically, the AI builds battle cruisers with very little main belt, but this one, yeah, not bad. Sonar 3, stereoscopic 4. No radar. I know the British have researched radar 1. I'm assuming others have too. That ship in particular was just not equipped as such. Getting really good accuracy versus those fast light cruisers. Well, there we go. That's my first skirmish against the Italians in the new war. And yeah, I dare say it was a success. Now hopefully that did something positive to my unrest level. Maintaining a low unrest level was supposed to be one of the gimmicks in this campaign, but as gimmicks go, they tend to fall on the wayside. We got one of the also very new Suziak class light cruisers versus oh, the Americans have built something interesting. Amsterdam class light cruiser, also very fast, not quite as fast as mine, but it's got triple turrets, lots of torpedoes. I've also got torpedoes. So these are the new oxygen-fueled torpedoes. Have very long range. 22.7 kilometers. Which is more than the range of my guns, actually. See your radar ping. There we go. Let's get all my guns online. Let's grab a thumbnail. I'm assuming he launched 2. Yep. But I can drift like this. That's a lot of torpedoes he's throwing out. Yeah, his torpedoes blew up or got destroyed. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen to mine, because when the oxygen-fueled torpedoes blow up, they do so quite spectacularly. It's a nice frame rate. There we go. Very nice. Took a bit of damage in return, but in a close range light cruiser dogfight like that, can't really be avoided. Ah, I should have actually taken a closer look at that light cruiser, like identified it and stuff. See what kind of technology the Americans are playing with. Ah, I didn't lose a lot of crew either. That's pretty good. Nice! Oh, yes! A very decent battle. Helgoland class battleship. I've seen these before. So they are still in service. Star class battlecruisers. I've seen those before also. Arminius class heavy cruiser, also familiar. München class light cruiser. Yeah. Now, we'll see what happens after I beat the enemy a couple of times. Get my unrest down, and get theirs up. And if some of the minor nations might switch sides and end up buying my ships again. These are not my best battleships, to put it lightly. I wouldn't say they're bad, but they're kind of funky looking, as you can see. Almost French in the way they look with the... did I give them the Mark... Yeah, they've got the Mark 5s. Mark 5 15-inch guns. Quadruple in like all forward turrets. So they're just gonna stay bow in, I think. These are my quasi heavy light cruisers, guess you could say. Also with the oxygen fueled torpedoes. Very long range. They're gonna come in handy here, I think. 10-kilometer torpedo range. And again, we're wasting a lot of time at the start of the battle just getting everything in formation. Cruising speed 24 knots. So once I spot them, I want to start launching long-range torpedo volleys just into their formation indiscriminately. Your torpedoes need to be off for now. But these guys, just select some targets. Well, let's launch some torpedoes from the other side. Select some different targets to get a good spread. And again, pause. Select some targets. We got 10-kilometer range. These guys need to be a little bit closer. I thought I selected you. Oh, frame rate. Come on, game. Very good effects on target with all the torpedoes. And the 15-inch guns. See now. How's that for a thumbnail? $67, $32. Not bad, not bad. And the frame rate is really taking a dump in this battle. Are these more battlecruisers? Or yeah, no. That's a battlecruiser, or potentially battleship. Oh, it's dead now. So they did not have their entire formation in just one blob. They had different blobs. Get out of the way of my own torpedoes here. We got another radar contact. Well, two maybe. Yeah, these must be DDs. And some more of them. Get some torps in the water. And that was it. That was 10 battleships, 1 battle cruiser, and other ships. Not bad. I was kind of expecting having to like just do some damage and then fall back. But seems I didn't have to. Let's see how many more battles we have this turn. It's so refreshing to actually get to fight. Light damage on the Fudetaka, and that was it. I've taken Libya. I'm initiating an invasion of Ukraine. Little special military operation, if you will. But at least Crimea is Ukrainian. They went independent. And also it seems the Russians are not liking me much because their admiral just tried to provoke me. But yeah, we got lots of battles here, so that's great. Yeah, Russia tried to provoke me. They're at -19. That's fine. Their economic growth is negative almost 18% per year. So they've been going down. They were at 5 billion a couple months ago. Well, probably more like a year ago. But time flies when you're almost said when you were having fun, but the peacetime years that I've been playing through off camera were mind-numbingly boring, to be honest. Yeah, Mark IV 17-inch guns, don't really need. Only thing here I need now is better 20-inch guns for the Yamato. And that's just for meme purposes. We're getting Radar 3 in 11 months. We're getting gas turbines in almost 2 years. Let's design a warship before we go all out with the battles. Let's just see. Yeah, we have a battle here. Arcona class. It's a new one. More Concessione. We got one of the old Nagatoros and a Hiei. A lot of these battles look like they could be very exciting. And you see, Greece, my former ally, now has joined with the enemy. And they've got my ships that I sold them. So this ship has radar. That's a Mogami 2, 1927 upgrade. Yeah, have fun never being able to buy another good ship again, Greece. That's a lot of light cruisers. Okay, let's do this one-on-one cruiser fight. And then next episode, we're gonna do all of that stuff. But before that, and after this battle, we're gonna design a new battleship. And possibly a new heavy cruiser. We've been upgraded with the Mark V 10-inch guns. Far away. 17. There we go. The range is found, and the accuracy is quite impeccable. Damaged torpedo. Okay, so it has torpedoes. Not anymore. It had torpedoes. Some of them were launched. Let's take a look. Mark III 7.6 inch guns. That's one of the reasons why I use 9 inch and up mostly on my heavy cruisers, is that the 9 and 10 inch guns, they're some of the first guns you get upgraded in the big guns tech tree branch, while 8 inch and down, like 8 and 7 inch, they're some of the last ones you get upgraded in the small guns tech tree branch. So I think I'm almost at the Mark V 7-inch gun. I got the Mark V 8-inch gun first, actually. So I just don't bother with these. A little bit of a weight offset, maximum bulkheads. That's not bad. Good mobility. Armor. I mean, it's not bad. I've got the better belt armor, but Coincidence 2. Hydro 2. Now, I'm pretty certain... Okay, they do have torpedoes still in the underwater tubes. I'm pretty certain the Germans have researched something better than Coincidence 2. So... that's really one of those components where you should just go with the best you have available. There's no reason to gimp yourself by going with something worse. Seems my one of the front turrets came alive. If I do some maneuvering, will they wake up? Let's try turning off the secondaries. There we go. Now all my main guns are tracking the target. That's also something they've said they're gonna fix in the next patch. But it's been supposedly fixed before. And other than that, what we really need to have fixed in the game is like hyper-threading support, so that when you have a multi-core GPU, it actually makes use of it. Because, well, I'm not saying the game is bad looking, but it's not It doesn't look good enough to be like this not good performing. It should perform better, is what I'm saying. It should run smoother, not be all choppy. At least all my guns are firing. It's a tough little ship. Yeah, it's trying to run away. I will not let it do that. I was actually outside of its spotting range there for a bit. Let's get in closer and get some of those nice side shots that actually punch through the main belt. Yeah, that's a much better heavy cruiser than what they were previously running, but again, it's the case of the AI building something that's almost very good. But because they don't know like which components like have a very good effect on making your ship a lot better. Why they have natural boilers and gear turbines, not gear turbines 2 and something other. And coincidence 2 instead of I'm guessing they have coincidence 5 researched. Because I've had it for at least 10 years now. Well, it took a bit longer than I expected, but at least I didn't take a lot of damage in return. But yeah, I'm guessing our unrest problem is going to start going away now. Get some more victories, and people will cheer in jingoistic fervor at the thought of killing the enemy. And now we're going to design a battleship once we load into the campaign map. And yeah, the reason this is taking so long is because of the current save system, which is something that's going to be fixed in the next patch. Because the longer you play a campaign, the more bloated your save file becomes. And loading out of a battle, or just doing anything that requires you to go like in and out of the campaign map, takes a while. Now let's build. We're not going to build a super battleship, but we're going to build something close to it. We're going to use modern battleship 1, not modern battleship 2, because it's got this little slope thing going on. Super pagoda. It's a little bit better. Modern Tower 2 has better base accuracy. Super Funnel Large does not fit. Chigusa. I want to go at 30 knots. Engine efficiency is not perfect. But if I reduce the beam, it's still not perfect. If I reduce it by 4%. It doesn't have much of an effect. But it is making my ship a little bit smaller and lighter. Which is nice. And we've got Modern Armor 1 now. A lot of this is really taking up a lot of weight. So yeah, some of this is gonna have to come off in order to fit the guns. Kind of like a sad little barbette. Are you saying I can't fit it wherever I want to? That looks better. Okay. Gonna go standard ratio. On both. Can go capitalistic. And with the best reloading system. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Just wish I had like a better funnel. But yeah, 74%. 75%. Armor. Turret armor is, wow, that's quite the armor you have on that turret. Like so. Secondary guns, what can we fit? Okay. So those guns will not go further forwards. There we go. The 51 caliber. That's not bad. 45-second reload. Let's make them 55s. There we go. 54-second reload. But quite decent accuracy at 40,000. That's 1.3%. 20,000, 5.5%. No, you did not like that. Okay, then screw the 3-inch guns. Let's go down to 2. For some reason. Still a little bit of an aft weight offset. Not a very good arc of fire. That ruins for the main gun, which is no good. But that's, you know, that's alright. 2.5% aft weight offset. Yeah, that's better. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. This is still plenty good. Chigusa. What's a good name for a battleship of 1940? It can't be the Yamato. That's taken. Let's... Just gonna come up with something here, but my mind is drawing a blank. Let's, in the meantime, get some more range out of the 5-inch guns. You know, can range out to 15,000 meters. That's not bad. Why not? I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell in a while. Probably should rewatch some of it. But yeah. Motoko class battleship. 16-inch guns. 8 of them. Quite expensive. But, you know, I've got money now, so let's save design. Start building some of them. And hopefully I'm gonna have some allies come crawling back to me. And ask to buy my my mothballed ships. Now, if I could launch naval invasions against smaller nations, I would definitely go and invade Greece. For using my own ships against me just a couple months. Oh, okay, that's maybe more like half a decade since I sold them to them. Finances. Well, plus 600 million a year. Yeah. Let's build 4 of them. Does not make much of a dent in my economy. How long does it take to build? 36 months. That's 3 years. 2 of them in Yokosuka. And I guess 2 of them in Sasebo. Let's build 2 more in Tokyo. Like so. My shipbuilding capacity is not over capacity, not even after doing that. And I think these are going to be some pretty sweet battleships. I've already got 2 that are kind of like their bigger sisters, based on the modern Battleship 2 hull. Those have not been not seen action yet. They're currently in Yokosuka, the Kanrin, and Soryu. They've got 16-inch guns in triple turrets. They've been recently refit to have all the latest bells and whistles, and they're a bit bigger. A little bit slower though. So let's just see. That's 591 million. That's 683 million. Okay, so it's somehow more expensive and takes longer to build than the Kanrin class. All right. Must be the extra 2 knots of speed. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We finally have some wars to fight. Next episode we're gonna do a lot of fighting, including with the old Hiei that have come out of retirement. Sadly, without their veteran crew because they were mothballed for a while. Yeah, some of these fights are gonna be close. The newest Italian battlecruisers are probably better than the Hiei, but we'll see. Goodbye and take care.